As a younger lad, I used to listen to Triple J, the Australian government-funded national youth radio station under the ABC. Back then, it was all about music, especially alternative sounds. Listening to Triple J was considered cool. But over the years, it has gradually morphed into more of a progressive political outlet, focusing heavily on activist social issues. Naturally, this shift resulted in a ratings hit, with the Sydney Morning Herald reporting earlier this year, ratings in freefall and a shift to TikTok tastes. Triple J's Not Very Happy Birthday. As a public broadcaster, Triple J is technically bound by the ABC's mandate for impartiality, but I think that ship sailed long ago. In 2018, they decided Australia Day shouldn't be celebrated anymore, moving their Hottest 100 countdown to a different date. I still occasionally tune in when there's nothing else on, and just the other day, I caught a segment about Aussie musician G-Flip, real name Georgia Claire Flipo, who identifies as non-binary, meaning she uses they-them pronouns. G-Flip isn't a girl or a boy, they're something else entirely. Anyway, the Triple J announcer was talking about G-Flip, and it sounded something like this. This is just paraphrased. Alright, so G-Flip, they are just unstoppable, and if you've seen them, you know they bring energy like no one else. They were here in the Triple J studio recently, and when they talked about themselves, it was clear how much passion they put into everything they do. If there's one thing they hate, it's forgetting to breathe while singing, because yeah, they do that sometimes. They told us about their latest track, and honestly, listening to them talk about how they crafted the track, while also figuring out how they could make it sound like them, you could just feel them getting more hyped. They are always pushing their own limits, and we absolutely love them. You could hear it in the announcer's voice. It was awkward. It was unnatural. And frankly, just plain ridiculous. Look, I don't care how people choose to identify, but when they insist that everyone must change their grammatical language to accommodate them, that's where I draw the line. For centuries, English has grammatically differentiated between men and women. Now we're suddenly expected to abandon that convention? A preschooler would naturally call her a girl and use she/her pronouns. It's instinctive. The only way to stop this from happening is through deliberate indoctrination. It won't occur naturally. And today on the radio, Triple J was banging on about how there aren't enough women in the new coalition frontbench, even though Suzanne Ley is the first female leader of the Liberal Party. Apparently that's not enough. You can never seem to win with these progressive types. Anyway, that's Triple J for you. Identity politics is king, or queen, or whatever the non-gendered version of that is. And now they've moved on to something different, Aboriginal affairs. The presenter on screen is Australian rapper Nookie, host of Triple J's Blackout First Nations show. Here he is on their Instagram page, fishing. No, I'm not kidding. Apparently his people have been coming here for generations. Here he is with a traditional carbon fibre fishing rod and an aluminium reel, not to mention the high-strength nylon fishing line. But this segues into the main focus of this video, Triple J's One Night Stand event, held in Busselton, Western Australia last weekend. One Night Stand is an annual musical festival that brings live Australian music to regional towns across the country. Last month, they ran a segment hyping up the event, except it wasn't so much a celebration of music as it was just a giant list of prohibited items. Things you'd expect, drugs, alcohol, sure, but then backpacks, glass, missiles, animals, lasers, deodorant or perfume, chairs, skateboards, eskeys, umbrellas, glow sticks, basically anything fun. But here's the real highlight of the event. Shout out to a viewer for putting this out. Straight from the City of Busselton Council website, they state that all ticket proceeds will be donated to Support Act and The Push, a couple of music charities, fair enough, but also the Undulip Association and the Curry Karak Aboriginal Corporation. According to their website, the Undulip Association are here to share the culture, traditions, knowledge and history of the Wadandi people. Who are the Wadandi people? The Wadandi people, saltwater people, are the traditional owners of this part of the southwest of Western Australia and live by the 6 seasons in harmony with their environment. I'm not sure what the 6 seasons are, but that's definitely something to add to my research list. Either way, the Undalip Association is receiving a cut of Triple J's ticket sales. Notably, they also offer cultural consultations for $660 and cultural tours for $2,750. The Carri Karak Aboriginal Corporation also received a portion of the ticket sales. To be fair, according to the Australian Charities and Not-for-Profits Commission, they are a registered charity. Their website states, there are a number of significant sites in the southwest Bujara region. These include caves, some of which are the homes of mythological beings. So naturally, it makes sense that Triple J felt the need to donate to them. After all, how else would the mythological beings survive without a bit of financial backing with Australian dollars? They also offer various services, including certificates of Aboriginality, heritage surveys, and of course, a crowd favourite, welcome to country and smoking ceremonies, all at artificially inflated prices. And there you have it. That's where your one-night stand ticket sales ended up, right into the hands of the local Aboriginal charity.